right, everyone, I want to cover today survival for the beginner in side control. Okay, some basic concepts that can help the beginner just survive that position a little bit longer. And the side control is really a very uncomfortable position, especially if your opponent is bigger and heavier than you. And so it's difficult sometimes to even breathe. So we want to talk about some basic fundamental things that you can do to just survive a little bit longer, so it gives you more opportunities eventually to escape. Okay, so the first thing I would recommend is keeping your arms inside. Okay, I'm talking about right now when you're stuck flat. So if she passed my guard and she gets on top of me and she gets me flat to my back, okay, I want to make sure that I'm doing a few things here. I want to protect my neck and my arms. Okay, that's my priority first, is survival, right? And then I'll worry about getting the escape. Okay, so lift up for just 1 second. So let's show them the position that we want. I want my arms on the inside like this, and I want my foot to be up here like this. So I'm creating a frame that's in line with her pressure here. So if my foot's in too far, or this is up like this, it can slip or get pushed down. All right, I want to have a good solid frame, and I want to keep this elbow as close to that leg as possible. Okay, because one of the things we want to do and protect in side control is preventing the next position, which would either be knee on the belly or the mount position. Okay, and I make things a lot more difficult for her to slide the knee across the belly if I have this block here. Okay, now the other thing that's important about the arms inside like this is it kind of displaces the pressure and the weight, okay, across our arms and our shoulders, and not just compressing our chest. If you're dealing with somebody who's very big and strong, okay, and they use their weight really well, breathing can be really difficult. And so most people, when they're tired or they're excited, they breathe very shallow with their chest. And what you want to do is take the deepest breath possible, okay? So you're going to breathe with your diaphragm like that, okay? So my arms are going to be on the inside, and this allows that pocket or space for my stomach to expand, okay? So that part's really important in this position. So I want to keep my arms together, okay, so they can protect each other. My hands are already here to defend my neck as well, okay? And even if we're talking about striking, at some point my hands are where they need to be to defend, all right? So when we can do all those things, if I can keep my arms together and I can protect my neck and I can breathe, okay, this is going to frustrate the person on the top in their attacks. And then once they let go of the holding pressure and they start attacking, that's going to be the best opportunity for us to escape. And to escape, essentially what you want to do is get to your side, okay? So let's look at what that looks like. When she's just holding here like this, she's got a good control. Right now might not be the opportune time to try to escape, okay? Because she's got a really good control. So she's holding me, she's not necessarily hurting me. So I want to wait for the right opportunity. So at some point she wants to progress the attack, okay? Whether that means trying to slide to the mount or attack my neck and my arms. And so when she starts to do something, change the position at all, now it gives me opportunity to move, okay? So let's hop up for just 1 second. And so when I bridge, the type of bridge is really important, okay? Most people kind of bridge like this, and this is kind of bad because you're not utilizing your hips to their fullest potential. So what I want to do when I want to get to my side is I want to bring my feet as close to my hips as possible, and I want to bridge towards my opponent, but I need my hips to go up as high as I can. And now when I go to move myself away, okay, so I'll do it this direction, I bridge up, now my hands can stay there, okay, and then I move my hips away, okay, so I'm creating those frames that gives me space, all right? So let's come over here on this side if we can, all right? So when we get to this point, when I drop my foot and I bridge and I scoop my hips to my side, there's my space. So I used my arms. I didn't push her up, okay? I just kind of, it's like a block under the tire, okay? This is the jack. I just put the block under the tire and I moved away. So the frames are very temporary. They're only there long enough for us to get the legs involved in the game, okay? And when you bridge and get to your side, you want to make sure that when you go here and you go to move yourself away, you want to try to get this shoulder further towards your opponent, okay, than the bottom shoulder. So if I'm in this position and she goes to push me down, you can see the angle on my shoulders here, push me down. Yes, very difficult for me to hold that position very long. But if I get here and she goes to push me down, now it's more difficult. I have a better structure, okay, to stay here. Because a lot of times they know that the initial escape is almost always going to be, I want to bring the leg inside and put them in the guard, okay? But if she blocks my hip, well, now the next option for me is to escape to my knees, all right? So once you're on your side, now it's time to kind of try to make the escape happen, okay? You've got two main options, which are right there. Put them in the guard or belly down, come up to your knees, all right? And I can't stress enough that the timing is critical, all right? If you're just forcing movement on the bottom and you're not getting anywhere, if it's not productive, you're just exerting a lot of energy. And that person on the top holding you is just going to let you burn. And then once they know you're tired and you stop moving, then they're going to progress the attack. So make them go a little bit more offensive, open up the game a little bit, and then that's when you want to go. Okay. So one of the best classes I ever had with my instructor Helson was it was a class where he asked for questions, and this guy may have been 150 pounds. He raised his hand. He said, "Helson, I'm having a really hard time escaping north-south," which is just another variation of side control. Okay, it's a pinning position. All right, just the legs are off the opposite side. And so he got really excited. He said, "Oh, good. Which guy? Show me the guy." And he points the guy out. The guy might have been 250, 260 pounds, big, strong guy. He said, "Please, come, hold me, sir." And the guy holds him, and he gets down on top of Helson. He's holding him. And I can't wait to see what quick movement Helson's going to do. How's he going to reverse this guy? This is amazing. I can't wait to see this. And he's there 30, 40 seconds. And the guy on the top starts to get a little uncomfortable. He's holding as tight as he can, but he's getting a little uncomfortable. And he's looking around at us, and eventually he sits up, like he thinks he's doing something wrong. And then Helson spins around really fast. He goes, "Now kick your butt." He may have used a different word for butt, but you get the idea. So the important thing that he was trying to explain to us was, it's not just enough to know the technique to escape. It's important to know when to use it, okay? The right technique at the wrong time is the wrong technique. So we need to make sure that the timing is there, especially if our opponent is much bigger, much stronger. And yeah, this is going to save you a lot, okay? So give those tips a try. Hopefully they allow you to survive a little bit longer in the position. And sometimes, even if you can't escape, don't look at it as being defeated. Use it as an opportunity to survive longer and to catch your breath and to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. The more and more you get, that can be a very suffocating position, especially for a beginner. So if you really focus on breathing and just surviving a little bit longer, eventually you're going to have more opportunity and more energy later on when the attack comes, and you can escape and reverse the position. So give those tips a try, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we will see you soon.